Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Now in one of the episodes of My Little Pony, we could see that the Griffins use the exact same money as the ponies do. Now on the surface you may see this as normal, but it's not. Because Griffins aren't exactly nice to ponies, so they probably wouldn't use the exact same money as ponies do. And also when Equestria was first founded, they were probably being a bit more cautious with them. So knowing this, I'm pretty sure Griffins would have their own money, so why did they change it? Well, at some point their relations must have been getting better because Twilight said she wanted to go to Griffinstone. So there must have been some tolerance between each other. And the reason why they became this way is because they saw bits as more valuable. And they could more easily trade with the neighboring countries with this currency. Also, they probably saw Equestria making stuff that they didn't have, so they couldn't pass up the opportunity. And I believe their currency was still in use after the kingdom fell, but after it did, I believe it went out of use altogether. Alright, now you may be wondering why I didn't come to the conclusion that Equestria put the money into place after the kingdom fell. Well, the reason I think this is because I don't believe their country fell entirely. And that's why Twilight didn't know that they had a king anymore, because it wasn't widespread information in Equestria. And Griffins don't seem to care anymore about keeping track of things, so that's why Twilight didn't find any new books about them. And most ponies probably don't want to go into Griffinstone to document their history. So that's why there's probably not many documents talking about the fall of the kingdom. And even the few that do exist, Twilight probably didn't see them because there are so few books talking about it. Okay, this is how I think it went down, but there are other ways this could have happened that I would like to mention. There was a chance that Equestria invaded Griffins for long enough to get them to start using their currency. And they probably thought there was no real reason to change it. Because why change it if it's already widespread across the country? It would probably take way too much time to produce whole new coins. So it makes a lot more sense to keep the currency they already have. Alright, I do have a problem with this theory though. I don't think Equestria would invade the Griffins. I feel like ponies are too peaceful to be invading other countries. But if they did invade, I feel like it would be for an incredibly important reason. They would never simply do it to take land, they would only do it if their own land was being invaded. Alright, another one I have is that Griffins invaded Equestria and stole a lot of their money. And they ended up having so much of it that they started trading this metal for stuff. And this happened so much that it started to be used as currency. The reason I don't agree with this theory as much is because I don't see them stealing enough money to start using as currency. They would have to raid so many towns to be able to do that. And I'm pretty sure Equestria would start sending in the troops to help protect the citizens near the border. But still though, this theory is possible, and that's why I put it in here. Alright, another theory I have is that the king of the Griffins isn't actually a king, but he is an official that controls massive pieces of land in Equestria. Now the only other evidence I can find for this is when Cadence was given the Crystal Empire and she could control the territory. But other than that, there isn't very much evidence for it. Anyways guys, what do you think of these theories? Did you like it or did you dislike it? Let me know in the comments. And with that out of the way, thank you all for watching and I'll see you all later. Bye!